What's going on, Knucklehead? Shecam Gaming here, another LEGO Legacy Heroes unbox video for you. And today I'm bringing you the full event preview of the Malicious Malice special Halloween spooky Brickpace event. And before I get into it, man, does this event suck. The reason it sucks is, again, there's 4 new minifigures, each of them basically gated behind the other one, right? So this wasn't as big of a problem for me with the 2 new Classic Space minifigures or the 2 new Imperial figures, because it's like, all right, I'll get one, and then, eventually I'll get the other one, right? So I'm just missing out on Ernest and Leo, right? So we're able to get Alan and Rita. And, whatever. I'm going to eventually get the other characters. But now there's 4 brand new characters, of which each of them is going to be gated behind the other one. So let's just get into it. Let's take a look at the event. The drop rates aren't terrible, but they're also not that great either. We'll talk about that as we go through the event. Let's just jump into it. All right, so the first node, you get to taste the full new spooky army team over here. You get Yorick with Scully, Reaper, Grimhelma, and Malik up there. All level 50, 5-star, gear 5. So no ultimates, but I don't think his ultimate is actually out in the game yet. I will actually check that as I'm going on with that. And if you stick around, I also have some stats I can show you guys of these characters. But that might be a separate video. So this is just a it's the gimme node. You face a bunch of the skeletons on wave 1. Then you face some of the other magical castle figures. Nothing really too hard over here. Really weird that the first set is Raft Raiders. That doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. Then we move on to node 2. Again, these are going to be some pretty chill nodes because, yeah, he does not have his ultimate in the game yet. So node 2, no requirements here. You're facing some space teams. Again, I'm not going to go into a full, this should be your kill order on these things, but I guess wave 1, take out Yeti first, and then the healer. And then wave 2, I'd probably go after Reed just to avoid his shenanigans. And this is going to give you zombie tiles. So you're going to get 5 zombie tiles for this. You also are going to get a chance to farm zombie from this node. 33% 1 tile drop rate, which is not great. Let's actually jump back to node 1 because I kind of missed that. And I'll talk to you about what's going on there. So I do like the 5 tile initial. Again, node 1, you're getting nothing, by the way. Nothing to farm. So node 2, we can farm zombie. 33% drop rate for 1 tile. Again, I don't mind the 33% drop rate. I actually kind of like that, but I really don't like the 1 tile. It really would have been nice if it was a 1+ or a 2. Next node, we have node 3 here. They're using the Alpha Centauri outpost. Again, it's looking like a space great white mix here. Space kind of chill thing going on. Again, these early nodes are pretty much going to be easy for everybody. If you're an early game player, it's actually really difficult for me to do playthroughs of these nodes because I don't have low enough levels, and I'm just not going to start a Smurf account for that. So I'm sorry. Of course, if you want some tips, go after Aurora first. Yes, it's not Ice Climber Aurora, but you're still going to want to go right after her because she's awful. Then you might want to either go after the healer or Reed. And then when Jester Go-Go comes out, just kill him because he's just annoying and everybody wants to kill Jester Go-Go all the time. Am I talking about in the game or am I talking about in real life? I don't know. Nothing worth farming here on node number 30. But now we move on to our first hard node, right? So they got a guarded in castle team, and I can see how this would be challenging if I'm a level 20 player, right? They got Magisto, they got Storm, they got Brutus and Burnibus and Verta and Headley annoyingly taunting. And then they get a castle healer, a skeleton healer, and a skeleton attacker, plus zombie in the second wave. I could see how this would be a little bit annoying. Pretty cool that you get Scully relatively early, so it's nice. Scully unlocked here. And you get a 40% drop chance with, again, 1 tile. This is what really irks me, because you're only getting a 1 tile 40%, and the other characters are gated behind Scully, and you're gonna see that when we get to them. It's like you need to get Scully first, and it's ridiculous that I can't go through the event in one day, and it's kind of annoying that I need to go after Scully first. Especially, I mean, he unlocks at 65 tiles. They all unlock at 65 besides Malik, but still, like, that sucks. I have to farm out 65 tiles of his before and the other characters are kind of be gated behind him. Really annoying. Next node, regular node 4, we got a Lego house team. Brutus and a bunch of skeletons in wave 1. Then the cavalry comes, Burnibus with the 2 princesses coming to save the king. Or was it the king? Because the last wave is bringing Willa and Basil, Magisto, and Brutus. Again, if I'm on level 26, this is probably going to be a tough node. I could probably get through the first wave relatively easily, just tearing through those tanks and stuff. The attackers are not that much to deal with. Second wave, you're going to want to, I mean, Princess Storm's just going to be the obvious. She's going to taunt, melt her down. Verta's going to be hiding under stealth anyway. Take out Storm because you don't want her AoE popping off on you. And in the last wave, you have to, newer players, if you see Willa and Basil, you have to do anything you can in your power to get around those taunts and get Willa dead. And this is going to be a Yorick reward. So 5 Yorick tiles, always a really nice thing. 33% drop rate, 1 tile, maximum 2, right? So you can get 1 to 2 tiles on this, which, okay, this is a little bit of a better drop rate. I'm gonna actually go back and check out Zombie, because I think Zombie was just a 1 tile drop rate. But sorry, I just got this file today, so I'm kind of, obviously I thumbed through it. Yeah, Zombie is also a 1 to 2 drop rate, 33%. So I guess I take back what I said about that, but I'm pretty sure Scully is just 1. No, see, Scully is maximum 1. So yes, this event still does suck, as who the hell cares about Zombie and Yorick at this point? I mean, a while ago, yes, I would have cared about Yorick, but they made him way, way more accessible. And on top of that, he has been in the Basil Brickpace. It's like, I have a max Yorick, I have a max Spooky Girl. I don't have a max Zombie, so maybe, but it's not worth it for me to farm Zombie in this event. Anyway, we got a Lighthouse team, so you know this node is going to be super easy to get by. And of course, they bring out the role models. Double Ash, Primo, Poppy, and Nonsuch. Apparently, Nonsuch is a real role model here. If you can get around Primo's taunt, get around it. If not, melt him real quick. Super squishy. And then I would go after the Firefighter Ashes, because they can do some really big damage as they stack up Courage. Second wave, you know who you got to go after. Princess Storm, just melt her down. And then try to get the healer if possible. Poppy, I wouldn't even worry about Poppy because Poppy's really bad at healing anyway. The last wave is honestly a complete joke. You could probably auto battle it with literally all Blacktron characters. That's just Dwayne and Quincy. Anyway, this one gives you Spooky Girl tiles plus another 1 to 2 drop rate, 33%, 1 to 2 tile drop, 33%. Again, not a bad node if you're trying to farm Spooky Girl, but there's no reason if you got this far that you're just not focusing down Scully. There's just no reason not to only be farming him. As you're going to see, things are going to be gated behind him. So we're going to our second hard node. As it loads, it's giving us a hard load for this hard node. We're facing a Pirates Raft Raiders team. This is tough. Double Castaways with Scarlet, Cook Bart, and an annoying Darwin. Darwin, just avoid him because, yes, his damage is not bad, but he's not going to hit you nearly as hard as Castaway or Cook Bart. Honestly, you're really just going to have to focus down Scarlet because unless you have ways to get around her passive, either get around her passive somehow or focus her down, then I would go after Cook Bart and then worry about the Castaways. While their damage is really brutal, without Redbeard kind of supporting them, you should be okay because you're not getting machine gun attacked. Wave 2, that is going to be a little bit of a different story, and that's how you need to get rid of it. Make sure Scarlet is the first one to go down because Redbeard and Argenta with Raft Raiders can definitely get a lot of different attacks in. It's not Forbidden Island machine gunning, but Raft Raiders does call a lot of assists, and especially with Princess Argenta, you could be looking at a lot of attacks coming your way. Last wave, second wave I would obviously take down Redbeard first, and then, pick your poison at that point. Last wave, Redbeard has to go if you can get around Scarlet's taunt. I wouldn't focus down Scarlet too hard. I really would try to take down Redbeard first. If you have to go after Scarlet first, go after Scarlet first, and then Redbeard's going to be your priority. And this is going to be your Grim Helma drop. Grim Helma, 40% drop rate, 1 tile. Another 65 tiles that you need. Again, so you have to get Scully and Grim Helma. These are really the only, if you've gotten this far, which most people should, it's only level 27. These are the characters that you should be farming. As I said, everything is going to be gated behind them to get the other 2 characters. So you can at least have access to Grim Helma and Scully before you start to get gated out of things. Moving on to 1-6. It's only a 1 map, by the way. This is the last, I believe, node which is not going to be gated behind the Spooky Army figures. And you are facing a Dojo team with no Ninjago in the first wave. So, again, take out Aurora very, very quickly if you can get rid of her. If you gotta take out, I would just try to avoid and clear out Yeti's taunt. I would not take anyone down before Aurora. Second wave, same thing. Get rid of Aurora and then probably go after Yeti just because he's really strong. 4 Commander Colds is, that's really annoying with all the dizzy and buffs that they're going to be giving each other. 2 more Yetis in the end. Again, I don't see how Dojo is the set for this, but maybe he mined the sets wrong. Here's a chance to get some Trader Transport tiles, which again, if you're a newer player and you just did the Basil event, and now it's a chance to kind of continue building that spooky team. This is actually looking at it so far, this is a cool, this and the Basil event back to back, great for newer players, right? It's just like us veteran players. Again, these are not great events for us, but only a 27% drop rate, 1 to 2 tiles, so it's not too bad because there's other places that we can get the Trader Transport. I mean, it has its own node in the campaign, but realistically, if this is as far as you're getting in your level 27, you probably don't have the campaign nodes unlocked yet to get Trader Transport. This might be your only way to really go after it. And now we're going to take a look at our first gated node, I believe, 1.7. And this is where the event stops being fun. You need Scully and Grim Helma, 3 stars each. So you just need them unlocked. But again, now you're using 3-star figures. Facing Dojo Ninjago, I might add. So yes, they're only level 38, but if you're only level 38 or 40 and you're now using 3-star, new figures that might not even be geared up all the way, you're going to have trouble with double Garmadon, double Lloyd. And yes, double Great Right with double Garmadon is double trouble for your double. Wave 2, you're getting double Wu and double Nia. Everybody hates on Nia. She actually is really one of my most hated, annoying Ninjago figures, because she's always just popping off a heel and giving you accuracy down. And then next wave, they're going to give you double Kais, which that could be annoying because you're kind of dealing with a lot of other stuff while these Kais are coming out with their potential ultimates. But again, just focus down Kai. You don't want to get hit with a Kai ultimate, especially not if you're going to have a Wu ultimate before it. And really all you get to do is move on from defeating this node to the next hard node 3. We're looking at the Reaper. Seasons don't fear the Reaper. Can I get more cowbell, please? You now need 4-star Scully and Grimhelma just to unlock the node where you can farm Reaper. I want to reiterate how annoying this is, because these are two brand new characters, right? That unless you're really wailing on them or dropping gems on their goodie bags for them to try to get a bunch of tiles, and this is you're not gonna get to this, right? I am probably not going to be able to do this node on this playthrough, as I am a free-to-play player right now, currently not spending any more money on the game. I might not even get to do the node before this. I would be surprised if I was able to unlock both Scully and Grimhelma, but that is going to be my goal, to unlock them both and at least get to this node. So for the people who are still here, you want to come back and watch this video after the event comes back a couple times. This info is always going to be there for you. Wave 1, guarded in. I would kill Jester Go-Go first, because everybody hates Jester Go-Go. Like, just kill him. You got to get rid of their healing. Rita's also kind of a threat, but if you can get rid of Highwayman or Argenta, I would probably do that. Argenta and Rita are equally threatening, like strong attackers. And Highwayman, if you see him, get rid of him. If you can see him, kill him, because he's really, really strong. Second wave, kind of tough to deal with double Magistos. Like, they're really hitting us with some difficult combinations to deal with that we haven't seen too much of before, and they're doubling up certain characters, like double Wu, double Garmadon, double Kai, now double Magisto. It's like, I can see how this would be really, really annoying to deal with, because there's just going to be a ton of payback given out. And then the last wave, they just give you 3 more Jester Go-Gos, as if it wasn't annoying enough. You got to face 3 Jester Go-Gos. But this gives you a chance to get Reaper, 5 tiles. This is my biggest problem, more than anything, right? I'm on the 3rd hard node now, and you're still giving me a 40% 1-tile drop rate. This is ridiculous, because I now had to just get those other 2 characters to 4 stars, which is really, really, like, tedious to do. And now you're giving me the same drop rate on Reaper, and you're also gating the rest of these nodes, I believe, behind Reaper as well. I'm pretty sure this node is also gated behind Reaper. No, this one is still just gated behind 4-star Grimhelma and Scully, so I stand corrected. It's another Wrath Raiders, a little bit of pirate stuff. You got to deal with Gov. Again, probably would try to just get around Valiant and take out Castaway as quickly as possible, because you don't want to get hit with his double hitter big crits. Then pick your poison. Gov, Argenta, and Rita can all kind of rip it. You could also take down the healer just so it's less annoying, but honestly, these attackers are so squishy. I would just avoid the healer, because you're either going to just destroy them or you haven't hit them yet. Like, they're squishy attackers. Not really much you have to deal with there. So I would just avoid the healer. Second wave, again, same thing. I would not touch Poppy or Lee, 2 of the worst healers in the game. Honestly, the skeleton healer is significantly better. And the last wave, yeah, this is a difficult wave to deal with, because you're dealing with Ernest LaCoy, Redbeard Scarlet Castaway combo, And then you got Highwayman under stealth, popping you off. So that's relatively difficult to deal with. And you still are using a level 4, probably a 4-star Scully and Grimhelma. This could be a difficult node. I'm obviously not going to do a guide on it this time through, but maybe I can get some footage and do a guide on it, because I could see that being a difficult node. But most people aren't going to play this node, this playthrough. Right? If you're spending money and getting this far in the event, you really don't need a guide from me. Right? Because it's going to be pretty easy. And now, node 9, you are now gated behind 4-star Reaper as well. This is super annoying as the drop rates are only 1 tile. Yes, it's 40%, but 40% 1 tile, that doesn't do it for me. Another Raft Raiders. I think these sets got to be messed up, but whatever. So you're facing a collectible team with Jester Gogo. This is a tough team. Chicken Soup Guy is not as threatening because it's only him and Super Wrestler, so he's not as strong as he would be. Wave 2 is going to bring some pirates in, so yeah, it makes sense for Raft Raiders. Wave 3 brings in double Redbeard, double Argenta. Like I said, with Raft Raiders, that's a lot of potential assists going on. So that could be really annoying, but you don't have to deal with time bombs. You don't really get too much else from this, just some spiders, which is our event currency, in case you haven't noticed. And now, as my chair creepily creaks, this is the story of Malik, the Malign. No one is getting this figure. You need to get Scully, Grimhelma, and Reaper all to 5 stars. That is a ridiculous task. I, as a free-to-play player who uses gem refreshes like every day, this is not going to happen for me for a long time. Like, I still don't have Ernest LaCoy unlocked. Maybe the 3rd time through the new Imperial event I can get him unlocked, if not the 4th. And that was just Ernest. That was just gated behind one character I didn't really have. This is going to take people a really long time to get these characters. If they run it consistently, maybe you can unlock them all next Halloween. You're facing a dojo set on this. Really annoying Ninjagos to deal with. And again, you're doing it with these spooky army figures who are not going to be that high of level, right? I'm talking about doing this with 5-star of the spooky army skeletons. This is going to be tough. I mean, I would probably run Basil and Willow with them as an upper level player just to get those spooky synergies and because I have to run them. But, I mean, they synergize with Malik really well, and you have to kind of defeat all of these nodes without Malik because there's no real other way to get him unless you're really just going to pay for him, in which case, God bless you. This is a double woo is always annoying. You got Jay, you got Lloyd throwing up stealths, Zane, who's always slept on, plus Kai. I would say kill Kai first, but you're really not going to have a choice. You got to just melt Lloyd. So probably focus down Lloyd and then try to go after Kai. The woos are going to get their ultimates off on you. You're going to have to deal with that. You're also going to have to deal with double Zane. It's tough because Zane is really good and threatening, but you have to you can't get Kai ultimated. And you're never going to touch Wu because he's going to be just hiding under stealth. Next node, you get 2 Nias, who I absolutely hate, plus Jay, who with his little synergy with Nia is extra annoying. Then they threw in some techies, I guess just to synergize with Jay a little bit. And then, as if it wasn't bad enough, you get a magical ending, right? You get Willa, Basil, Magisto with another Wu and Iggy. Okay. Yeah, that Iggy makes sense. So yeah, this doesn't look like an impossible node to do. Just an impossible node to get to. Gotta love dogs barking in the background. Wouldn't be a GKM video without it. And for all of your hard work, you get 5 Malik tiles and a 40% 1 tile drop rate. And a lot of barking dogs in the background. So yeah, this event sucks. I love the new characters. I mean, they're awesome. And I love the, like, little spooky story they're doing. And the, you know, every day. I love what they're doing, right? A lot of the stuff that they're doing. But they just, either they don't have control over this, or they're greedy, or they just don't care, or they're really tone deaf as to what is going on in the community. And they haven't yet realized that they now have put out, since they really started putting out with like Corncob Guy and Super Wrestler, there's now 4 newly relevant teams that are kind of taking the meta by storm, right? Costume Collectibles, Imperials, which are really good, Classic Space, which is really good, and now Spooky Army, which looks to be really, really good. I'm running Costume Collectibles, and I'm running them with Slimer first off, and I'm only running them because I wailed on them. I spent like $100 on some packs because I really wanted to get Corncob Guy and Super Wrestler because it was the first new thing they put out, and I wanted to show some support. I don't have an Imperial team. I'm probably not going to have one. I don't have a really good Classic Space team. Probably not going to have one. So it's like, you're putting these great things out, but I mean, it's fun for the whales to play with, but the rest of us, and even just like people who are mild spenders, it's like you got to be a big spender to function in this, to get stuff in this game. And it shouldn't be that way. It should be a big spender to get it quick and a big spender to get it maxed. But it shouldn't take me a year or 2 years to unlock all these characters. And it looks like that right now. Maybe they'll add these other skeletons to other event shops and things like that. I did beg them to do that. So maybe the second playthrough of the event, you'll be able to have farmed them other places. You know, we can only hope. They're gonna, as always, I mean, it would be nice for them to put out an update and an event without so much complaining, justified complaining from the community, right? That is the problem that I have with that. This complaining is justified, right? People are justified to be complaining about this. And Seiko said this to them the second they gave us the kits and said they were all going to be in a Brickpace. He said, this is not it. Like, this is not it. But we know raids are coming. They are giving us a lot of new characters. I'm excited about that. And, you know, I personally don't hate it because it's like, well, now there's all these new characters that I don't have. So I do have something to work towards and a reason to keep playing the game and keep farming and take my time. And it's cool because I can still be relevant in arena and tournaments with the characters that I do have. So, like I said, I like a lot of the things they do. I just wish that it wasn't such a grind when you're throwing 4 new characters out. I love the idea of 4 new characters in an update. I've always said this. Like, each update should have 4 new characters. But it should be 1 master event, 1 Brickpace, 1 Unboxed, and 1 completely free to play. Right? So 1 character featured in the Brickpace. As like, you can only get them in the Brickpace. You can put them all in the Brickpace, right? Except maybe the master figure. 1 master event figure that maybe you need, you know, something else to get to. Right? So, I need to have Ninjago for this master event figure. Cool. 1 Unboxed that literally you can only get by whaling, right? That you have to whale and buy packs to get this character, or wait 5-6 months till they put it out in, or wait till they put it out in the gem shop 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, it goes into the whatever, mashup energy store, whatever, right? And then 1 character that's free to play, maybe just a new node in the mashup. That would be cool. That would be the way that I would go about doing things. Throwing 4 characters in a Brickpace, boring. Boring. Right? It's just boring. Would have been cool. Oh, I got an Unboxed. Yes. Free unlock of 2-star Scully. Great. I'm gonna whale to get him. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, I need to get him a 3-star. Let me buy a pack to get him a 3-star because he's, you know, then leave this Brickpace exactly how it is, but make Scully farmable Make Grinhelma an Unboxed. Make Reaper the exclusive. And make Malice the master event figure. Right? That would have been cool. This is alright. But again, I like a lot of the things they do. I like the direction of the game. I just am sick and tired of them making these same stupid mistakes all the time. Well, that's pretty much all I got for you today, Knuckleheads. Please remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell for some notifications, and as always, remember to knuckle up. We realize